April 7, 2026, a date that will be etched into the world's memory, a day when the fragile calm of the Gulf was shattered in an instant. As the sun rises over the Persian Gulf, the world awakens to the unthinkable. War has erupted in one of the globe's most volatile regions. Newsrooms across continents scramble to cover the unfolding chaos, their screens flashing with urgent updates. In the darkness before dawn, a series of deafening explosions rip through Saudi Arabia. Massive petrochemical plants near Jubail are engulfed in flames, their infernos lighting up the night sky. Emergency vehicles race to the scene, but the scale of destruction is overwhelming. Within hours, Iran's Revolutionary Guard steps forward, claiming responsibility for the attacks. They declare these strikes a direct retaliation for years of economic warfare and crippling sanctions, vowing that this is only the beginning. The attacks are chillingly precise. Ballistic missiles streak through the night, followed by swarms of drones targeting vital energy infrastructure. In minutes, critical oil facilities are left crippled, sending shockwaves through global markets. Thick, black smoke billows into the sky, visible for miles. The plumes are more than just a sign of destruction. They mark the beginning of a new, dangerous phase of open conflict in the Gulf. Saudi Arabia's leaders appear before the world, condemning the strikes as barbaric acts of terror. They confirm significant casualties and extensive damage, their voices heavy with anger and grief. The international community is gripped by anxiety. At the United Nations, urgent meetings are called. World leaders watch the news in disbelief, while crowds gather in city squares, fearing that a wider war could erupt at any moment. Amid the chaos, Pakistan steps forward, urging all sides to de-escalate. Islamabad offers to mediate, hoping to prevent the conflict from spiraling out of control and engulfing the entire region. Across the globe, people are glued to their screens, watching, waiting, and bracing for what comes next. Newsrooms work around the clock, delivering updates as the crisis deepens by the hour. The strikes have shattered any illusion of stability in the Gulf. Streets once bustling with life now lie empty, marked by shattered glass and abandoned vehicles, a stark reminder of how quickly peace can vanish. The global energy supply chain is suddenly at risk. Oil tankers idle at sea, ports grind to a halt, and stock markets plunge as investors react to the uncertainty. The world's economic heartbeat falters. In Riyadh, military leaders gather for urgent strategy sessions. Allied aircraft prepare for possible retaliation. The question on everyone's mind: how will Saudi Arabia and its allies respond to this brazen assault? Tonight, the world holds its breath. The next move could determine the fate of millions and the future of the Gulf itself. In the heart of Washington, the mood is tense and electric. The United States government, facing mounting pressure, responds with overwhelming force, signaling to the world that it will not back down in the face of escalating threats. President Trump, having returned to the Oval Office amidst global uncertainty, steps up to the podium and delivers a stark ultimatum. He warns Iran in no uncertain terms: any further aggression will be met with consequences like never before. His words echo through the halls of power, leaving no doubt about America's intentions. Within hours, the world witnesses a dramatic escalation. The United States, joined by its closest ally Israel, launches a series of meticulously coordinated airstrikes targeting Iranian military and nuclear facilities. The night sky over the Middle East is lit up by the roar of fighter jets and the flash of missiles streaking toward their targets. Stealth bombers and cruise missiles rain down on strategic sites near Isfahan and Bandar Abbas, striking deep into Iran's military infrastructure. Explosions ripple across the landscape, sending shockwaves through the region and signaling a new phase in the conflict. The objective is clear: to cripple Iran's offensive capabilities, disrupt its nuclear ambitions, and send an unmistakable message of resolve to both allies and adversaries. The world watches as military planners assess the damage and prepare for what may come next. NATO allies, while expressing support for the US-led action, urge caution and restraint to prevent a wider war. Meanwhile, Russia and China swiftly condemn the strikes, denouncing them as reckless and destabilizing. Both nations call for an emergency session at the United Nations, demanding immediate diplomatic intervention. Around the globe, news outlets break the story, and diplomats scramble to respond. Tensions flare in conference rooms and on city streets as anxious citizens gather to watch the unfolding crisis. The world is deeply divided, with diplomacy faltering and the risk of a broader conflict growing by the hour. The Middle East, already a region of volatility, now becomes the epicenter of a global power struggle. Sirens wail in Tehran, tanks roll through city streets, and uncertainty hangs heavy in the air as military forces mobilize. For millions, the stakes have never been higher. Families huddle around televisions, watching the latest updates with fear and hope as the world teeters on the edge of a new and dangerous chapter. In Tehran, Iranian leaders convene in urgent meetings, weighing their options as the city's streets fall eerily silent. The world holds its breath, waiting for Iran's next move, knowing that whatever comes next could reshape the future of the region and the world. Iran refuses to back down. The supreme leader vows a crushing response. Military commanders promise pain for their enemies. Iran fires missiles at U.S. bases in Iraq and the UAE, while proxy groups attack across the region. Houthi drones strike Saudi targets. Militias hit U.S. positions in Iraq and Syria. Pakistan, sharing a border with Iran, scrambles to prevent a refugee crisis and mediate peace. The conflict spreads, threatening South Asian stability. The UN calls for a ceasefire, but violence escalates. The Gulf War is now a regional wildfire. The world fears what comes next. Amid the chaos, civilians suffer most. In Saudi Arabia and Iran, hospitals overflow with wounded. Homes and infrastructure lie in ruins. Power grids and water supplies are crippled, leaving millions vulnerable. Environmental disaster looms as burning oil plants pollute air and sea. In Pakistan, monsoon floods compound the crisis, overwhelming rescue efforts. Emergency services are stretched to the limit, struggling to deliver aid. Ordinary people face war, disaster, and displacement all at once. The resilience of communities is tested as never before. The humanitarian crisis deepens by the hour. War erupts in the Gulf, sending shockwaves through the global economy. Overnight, oil prices skyrocket. Brent crude surges by an astonishing 25%, leaving energy markets in turmoil and fueling uncertainty across continents. The world watches as the cost of this vital resource climbs, impacting everything from transportation to manufacturing. Global financial markets react instantly. Stock indexes plummet, wiping out billions in value within hours. Traders on the floor look on in disbelief as fears of a looming recession intensify. The spike in energy costs ripples through economies, threatening growth and stability in both developed and emerging markets. The transportation sector is among the hardest hit. Airlines ground flights as fuel becomes unaffordable, while shipping companies halt operations, leaving ports eerily quiet. Investment in new projects stalls, and businesses brace for prolonged uncertainty, unsure when normalcy will return. Economists and analysts warn that the world's prosperity now hangs in the balance. They stress that peace in the Middle East is crucial, not just for regional stability, but for the health of the entire global economy. Newsrooms buzz with urgent updates and expert opinions. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, a different crisis unfolds. Torrential rains trigger devastating floods across Punjab and Sindh, submerging entire villages and displacing thousands. The scale of destruction is immense, prompting the government to announce an emergency relief package to address the urgent needs of affected communities. Authorities scramble to respond, mobilizing resources to deliver food, clean water, shelter, and medical supplies. Emergency teams set up temporary camps and clinics, working around the clock to care for displaced families and prevent the spread of disease. Civil society rises to the occasion. Volunteers organize donation drives, collect essential goods, and pack relief boxes. Across cities and towns, ordinary people step forward, determined to help their fellow citizens in need. Amid the chaos and hardship, the spirit of solidarity shines brightly. Strangers become allies, sharing food, comfort, and hope in crowded relief camps. Acts of kindness and compassion become a lifeline for those who have lost everything. Communities unite, working side by side to clear debris, rebuild homes, and distribute clean water. Their resilience and determination offer a glimmer of hope, even as new challenges emerge each day. Around the globe, people watch the unfolding crises on their screens, hoping for relief and recovery. The world stands in solidarity, waiting and watching as nations confront adversity together. Even in darkness, life persists. Sports offer brief respite. Cricket camps continue in Pakistan. European football honors peace. Athletes use their platforms to call for aid and unity. Rescue teams in Pakistan save lives, embodying resilience and hope. Volunteers and communities rally, proving compassion endures. The headlines may be grim, but hope is found in ordinary acts of courage. The future is uncertain, but unity and resolve light the way forward. In the face of war and disaster, humanity's spirit endures.